Patricia, do you believe that this is a straightforward Meitei versus Kuki battle between two tribes and their militant outfits? Or do you believe that there is politics being played with various groups being supported by one political side or the other? Reports that some of the Meitei groups, for example, have been armed, Kuki groups have been armed, all of them getting these arms from police stations?
It's not such a straightforward thing what is happening in Manipur, and that's why we had said that there is need for a very, very independent inquiry to first get to the root of the matter, because there's too much of point and counterpoint, too much of finger pointing. And yes, this time it is a direct conflict between the Kukis in the hills, the Kuki, Zomi, Paitai groups, and the Meiteis in the plains. And of course, the trigger was that ST status for the Meiteis. But there have been a lot of underlying reasons for the unrest, and these have not been dealt with. They've been kept on hold. They've been politicized. And for instance, my point is that the tribes everywhere in every other state have some kind of self-governance mechanism. You have the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution, which allows the tribes, especially those in states which are ruled by non-tribal majority governments, to have their own sort of autonomy in governance, so that they are able to bring development which is very nuanced, which is at their own pace, and which can develop institutions. For instance, I think the best example is the arrangement with the Bodoland territorial region.
Are you saying that the Kuki should have their own self-administered region? Are you saying that that is a solution?
It is part of the solution, because that is their demand. They have what we call the Hill Areas Council, but those Hill Area councils have not been empowered enough. They don't have a budget. They're not able to sort of carry out any development in the hill areas where they are. So they have been asking. They've boycotted elections. They've done many things in the past, but it's still, under 371C. It hasn't improved matters at all. So I think it's time to have a relook.
You're saying you should have a relook. Do you believe, though, that as some are now accusing the Chief Minister of playing sides, playing to the Meitei identity, pitted against the Kukis on the other side, self-styled vigilante groups coming in, many of them armed, do you believe that is a danger? Are the politicians in Manipur playing with fire?
It's very, very dangerous, this huge militarization of the society. How is it that there are arms spread across the hills and the valley? And how is it that arms are allowed to be stolen from police training colleges and other outposts? Who has allowed it? Why is the rule of law not there? This has been building up. And
can I just give our viewers a chronology of what's been happening in Manipur? Yes. It was on the 19th of April that the Manipur High Court ordered that the Meiteis be included in the scheduled tribe list. This sparked off fears among the Kukis and the Nagas that they perhaps would then find themselves competing for even land and other benefits with the dominant Meiteis of the Imphal Valley. On April 27, an open gym in Churachandpur, which is a Kuki-dominated area, was burned down. The gym was to be opened by Chief Minister Birender Singh the next day. On the 3rd of May, a tribal solidarity march against the inclusion of Meiteis in the ST list took place. More than 60,000 people attended this rally in Churachandpur. The violence then erupted during the rally. 11 civilians were injured and 2 were killed in Kangpoki district. On the 4th of May, more violence took place in Manipur. The army was deployed. The governor gave shoot-at-sight orders. On the 8th of May, the Supreme Court takes up the plea seeking an SIT probe. On the 21st of May, abandoned houses of Kuki communities were set on fire. On the 28th of May, violence in Siru and Sugnu areas where Kuki militants allegedly set many houses and cars on fire. Now the Chief Minister Biren Singh says 40 Kuki militants have been killed in the crackdown, but he's completely silent on the role that alleged Methi groups also played in this violence. Do you therefore believe, Patricia, that the time has come, as the Home Minister is supposed to do, to bring Kuki and Methi leaders face to face to resolve this? You can't treat them separately, distinctly, call one group a group of terrorists and try and protect the other.
See, there's a lot of confusion even now, because in Churachandpur, those MLAs, those 10 MLAs who had given that representation that they want a separate administrative unit, they have said that they have presented that to the Home Minister. The Home Minister hasn't said anything about not, agreeing to that. In the valley, when the MLAs were asked, or some of the spokespersons were asked, they said that the Home Minister has said there will be no territorial or administrative division. So these are conflicting sort of statements by the Home Minister.